Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful start to this new year. And in today's video, we're doing my absolute favorite video, which is going to be our new year planning setup and overview. So right now I am getting started with my money envelope binder. I have started doing this probably 3 years ago now, and I've absolutely loved it. I find it comes in handy when something unexpected comes up, or if you have a trip or something and you need that extra cash. All that hard work of saving a little bit of money each month pays off because you can just pull it out of your cash binder here. So this binder I've actually had, it actually is an A5 agenda cover. It was one of the Louis Vuitton dupes that used to be sold on Amazon years ago. And I got this like when I was in graduate school, or no, after I had graduated, before going into grad school. So I don't know if they still sell it on Amazon. If I can find a link, I will put it in the description box of this video. But this is my current setup. Don't mind the old Sharpie, you guys. This was before I realized that people actually make and sell the pretty aesthetically pleasing labels for the envelopes. So I had to be tacky, buy the labels, and put that over my little Sharpie handwriting. So it's just a variety of categories, like each month. You can do it for birthdays, you can do it for vacations, emergency fund. As you can see, I had one set up for date night. So we're going to revamp these. I'm actually going to take out all of these envelopes because I bought brand new clear envelopes that are plain from Amazon as well. So all of my materials, supplies, I will link it in the description box if it's still available, or I will just tag something similar. So I'm going through all the pretty rose gold labels. I did like these, but I wanted to switch it up this year and do something a little bit more minimal and more simple. So I bought the smaller font labels that you're going to see here shortly from Amazon, and they're in black ink. So once I do that, here's an overview of those pretty labels. These still look really nice and they're still aesthetically pleasing in my opinion, but I'm going to go through and start setting up each envelope. So I decided to do it where there's one for each month. And then towards the back of the envelope, I decided to do one for emergency funding. And I think there's one for vacations or like date nights. So that's how I did that. So we're just going through now and pulling out the labels I need to start applying them for the months. Now you can place your stickers however you may like on your envelopes. However, I decided to put them in the bottom right corner of each one. I just thought it looked really aesthetically nice that way, and it's very clean and simple. I really liked the vibe of that, so that is what I decided to go with. Okay, so we are going to start applying these, and again, you can set them up how you would like. If you don't want to do them for every month of the year, you don't have to. You can specifically do them for other categories, like if you're a maintenance girly and you go to a nail salon every month, you can set one up for beauty or hair or nails, makeup, whatever you do. If you want one specifically for date nights, you can set one up for that. I had to tend to my daughter, mom life, right? Another idea I was thinking too, like maybe you don't want to set one up for every single month of the year, but maybe you can set up your envelopes by the quarter. You know, do one for every quarter and just pick whatever month you want in the quarter to save up for. Like if you want it to be that last month of every quarter, you can do that as well. It's just so many endless options and like ways of setting this up that you can do. Like there is no rhyme or reason. There's no right or wrong way to set them up. So I really like that. And if you want, you can even put like a little post-it note or a little index card in each envelope to keep track of how much you're putting in at a time, or what you want your like goal amount to be for each envelope. And I'll be honest, like there are some times where not every single envelope is going to have money in it. And then sometimes you may need to shift around the funds depending on what comes up and what you're saving for. So, but as long as you're being diligent and making sure not to just carelessly spend the money when you put it in the envelope, I think it's a great way to hold yourself accountable and make sure that you're being responsible more with your money and the income that you're bringing in. So my husband and I both really liked this. And like I said, this really came in handy for a lot of our travel expenses. So, you know, every time we travel to go to Georgia and be with family, or even the few times we do go to Kentucky for family and everything, we always rent a vehicle. So a lot of times our goal will be to save up for that month of the trip and make sure that that money is what we use to cover our gas expenses for the rental car, or it's going to cover gas plus our stops for food, just different things like that. It really does come in handy because you already know in the back of your mind, I already have the money aside that we need. Now we don't have to worry about it going forward or worrying about it on the next paycheck. Just a lot of endless options, and I really have grown to love doing this system. So let me go through and show you guys what that looks like. So this is what the completed overview looks like for the new envelopes and the new labels. I really love the bottom right corner setup. I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot easier to deal with. I did keep these 2 envelopes in the back because I ran out of envelopes. There was only 12 in the pack that I ordered, but that's okay. So now we will go ahead and move on to our actual everyday planner setup. All right, you guys, it's finally time to talk about my new planner. Of course, she's purple. This color is actually called Lilac Sunset. Let's go over it. This planner is by a company called Kokonote that I found directly through Amazon. They are on social media, but I will be sure to link the exact link down below in the description box. Ooh, I'm getting tired. Sleepy. So if you guys are interested in buying it for the new year, you can. And it's got a beautiful rose gold spiral coil. It's spiral bound, and I really like this. So this actually is a 17-month planner. I was not aware of that when I initially purchased. I try not to buy planners like that because when the 12 months is up, I'm typically ready to move on to something else if I'm not going to be a repeat customer and buy from the same company. So because it's a 17-month planner, it started with August of 2023 and then it goes until December 2024. So what I did was I went through the planner before filming and I removed all the planner pages that were from 2023. That way it still acts as like a 12-month planner basically, which is great. And this is the thickness of the planner. So you can see it still has a lot of pages even for removing what I did. So that was what? It was 4 months worth of planner pages, but it's totally fine. Like I said, it did not affect the quality or anything else. So we're good to go on that. Right, who your planner belongs to, if it's found, who to contact. Now, something I do miss from my day designer is that the front page allows you to put your name and only your name, and then it also gives you a box to put your word for the year. So what I'm gonna do, most likely I'm gonna cross out the contact line, the part that says if found, please contact. And what I'll do is I'll still use that box to put my word for the year. So after giving it a lot of thought, I think this year my word for the year is going to be elevate. I just feel like that word has been speaking to me, and I think it is going to have a good meaning for me and what is to come in the new year for me. So, you know, for me, elevating just means going to the next level, growing, evolving. You know, I want definitely more positivity within myself, not being as so hard on myself this year, trying to give myself more grace, be more loving to myself internally, take good care of myself inside and out, and just really push and work hard on my career and my goals and aspirations in life, while still balancing and doing everything else, like being a mom and being a wife and all that. So that's just where I am with that. And so I will be putting that on the front page. Yearly overview calendars for 2023 and then 2024, which is right here. Okay, so you have that overview. And then once you get past that, these next set of pages, I don't really know if I will use them. And if I do use them, I haven't figured out exactly how. Because this is a new planner to me, a new format, so I'm not used to this particular page. But it says your ideal week. So basically it allows you to put in a timestamp, and then it has Monday through Sunday and different little lines. So I guess if you were filling out like an hourly schedule, it wants to know what would that look like. I will go ahead and show you guys briefly what it looks like though, just so you can see. So it just says financial balance. It has the month and the year, and then, you know, where you can write everything in. So it gives you a payment and an amount section, and then the total and the savings. Most likely I probably will tear these pages out because I don't want them. So the next set is just called goals, and they are just checklist lines for each month. So you can put, you know, your top goals for every month, and you get 14 check lines for each month. So that's great. If you use them all, that's awesome. If you only have a couple each month, that's okay too. More personal goals, or like overall goals you have, or if you want to break them down by category, since there's 14 lines, you could do that and list them. And then the 2024 starts on the next page. So this is really going to be a nice section to have and fill out. So I'm looking forward to that. And then it also gives you a section at the end of this to put goals just strictly for 2025, which is cool. Now, this is also something different and new to me, but the next section is called the bucket list. So it literally gives you a section for each different category, and it's a set of checklist lines again, and it'll let you write what you want for bucket list and then check them off if they ever get completed. So these categories range from adventures to personal growth, work, and finance. And then the other ones are travel, food, fitness, and self-care. So that is really, really cool. And it continues. There's a lot of categories on here. There's entertainment, skills, DIYs, relationships, seasonal activities, music, crazy ideas, fear factor. Really, really cool. I don't know if I will fill out all of those, because some of those I'm like, I don't think they'll pertain to me personally, but we'll see. The next set of pages is an actual overview of the holidays. Just notice they have all the holidays listed for every single country, which is really, really cool. If you're interested in learning other countries' holidays that they celebrate, you can read them all on these pages and fill these in how you want. You can just put the day and the month for that person, which I love because this will help me keep up with birthdays, not only for family members, but also for my line sisters as well. I can always go back to my planner and look. So it goes from January all the way to December, and like I said, they are undated, so it's really, really nice to have. So I'll just show you, for example, just says birthdays, the date, and then where you can put in their name. Once you get past the travel section, it strictly just covers, it's just plain pages for note-taking, doodling, and then it's got line pages as well if you do notes. So I like having these in planners because sometimes I'm on the phone or reading an email or something, or just having a conversation. If I have my planner nearby and need to write something down real quick. Let's get into the setup now. Okay, so I love this simple, minimalistic type of setup with this planner for these pages. So it shows you the month, and then it gives you a box that says important dates to remember, and then a lined bottom of the page that says notes, just like that. Oh no, where'd it go? Yeah, it just says notes, important dates to remember, and then the month. Perfect. So that's all you get for the front page. I really like this. Again, I love the more minimalistic type of vibe that I'm getting from this planner. I feel like that's the ideal vibe I'm going for this year with the planner. And then you get a plain, simple calendar overview with a section to put notes. So of course I love filling out my calendars. I realized now that since I already use other things to keep track exactly, like Google Calendar, what I'm gonna start doing now in my calendar spread of the planner is, instead of writing down every detail of that event, it's just gonna be brief. So if, for instance, if I or Kaya or somebody has a doctor appointment one day of the week, I'm just gonna put appointment, color code it with whatever color I'm using for that category, and that's it. I will know to see it on there and be like, hey, check my phone, because I put all appointments and everything like that in the phone. So yeah, like I said, I want to go more simplistic this time with my planning system this year, instead of just being super detailed on every single thing. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. So as you can see, it's not lined, and then the weekend days are all on one page with the rest of the week. Just like that. And that's pretty much how the whole planner is gonna go, which is nice. There are some cute little quotes at the very bottom of the pages, I just noticed. Actually, they're more so like things to do. So like one page says get a pet. One page says be a matchmaker. It actually has a section called this month's priorities, and it has a habit tracker you can fill out on here, like so. So this is your habit tracker. I really don't like these. I think they're a little bit too detailed and intricate for me personally, so I will not be filling this part out per se. But there are these boxes at the bottom that I will use. So it just says what really matters, grateful for, mindfulness, and then fun things to do. So I think this will be cute to fill out at the bottom, but like I said, the habit tracker piece is just not for someone like me. I really don't like that. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm actually going to interject this portion of the video just to also incorporate my planner setup for the month. But you guys have seen the whole overview of my agenda, so we're gonna go ahead and set up our month and ideally a week in the life for January. Include, personal and work at the same time. And then I did create my planner keys, so I am going to show that to you guys real quick as well. 7 categories total based on the set of highlighters that I have. So it looks like this. And I just put this in the very first little note section of my planner. So it has my categories for work, as in my corporate job, stuff for my business, aka things, personal things like dates or whatever, appointments. Health is in here, bills that are due, and then any travel is also a category in my planner key. You can customize planner keys however you'd like. You can get inspiration online via Pinterest. Let's go ahead and get started with our planner setup for the month. Right now, what I'm going to be doing is just going through and checking the Google Calendar. This is the new system that hubby and I have converted to on our phones. Prior to this, we were always using TimeTree, which is another great app, but I just realized that Google Calendar pretty much does the exact same things as TimeTree. We can share and link our calendars together and color code them as well in here, so it's just a lot more convenient. Right now, I'm going to just start with adding in the 2 days of the month that I know I get paid from my HR job. And then after that, you all are going to see me here in just a moment go ahead and move over to planning out everything for the month that pertains to AKA, which will include any committee call meetings that I have for the month. I know because we're getting back into the rhythm and flow that a lot of meetings this month are just our annual kickoff calls, which are always great to look forward to. And then I'm also going to incorporate here when we have our chapter meeting for the month as well. And I know we also have conferences coming up this year, so I don't think I do it in this clip, but eventually I am going to be putting in to start thinking about that, really making sure I have my money budgeted aside for those things, especially if I want to participate and also travel for them as well. And that's pretty much going to be it as far as what I'm doing for the monthly spread. Again, I want everything to be more minimal and simple this time around because I know all the details are going to be on my Google Calendar and I can always revert back to my phone if need be. So it's why write every single detail the same in multiple spots? I really just need it in one place. And then my physical planner just allows me to have a good brief overview of everything going on. Next up, we are getting right into our weekly setup. Now, I am completing this for the week ahead. This video was pre-filmed, so as you can see, I'm just briefly going through, just making my to-do list is how I'm doing it this time around because I don't have a planner system for this year where I have an hourly, daily spread. So I will say I'm still finding myself adjusting and getting used to that setup this year, but I like that I'm trying this system for this year. And I will say it is less nerve-wracking to me having to remember everything by the hour each and every day that I write in my planner. So it is a nice break, and who knows, I may not ever go back to a daily formatted planner. Possibly when I get really into my real estate career, I might want to do that, but that's a whole nother video and another topic. In the meantime, I'm going to stick with what I'm enjoying right now, and I really am enjoying this planner. And even if I were to go back to Day Designer, you know, for next year, I may just stick with buying their weekly, monthly spread versus the daily, hourly. And that is going to be it. Here's a brief overview of the month. I added some stickers I had left from previous sticker packs, and then I will show the weekly overview. I hope you guys enjoyed the planner setup. Can't wait to do more videos of planners related things with you all. Make sure that you subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.